Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and this is our climb up the season rank ladder using a team that we built from scratch. Now, we've already hit our goal of Master Ball tier. Now we just need to reach our second goal, which is to hit sub 10,000 people. Now, because of yesterday, a couple things happened. One, I was supposed to go swimming with my niece and my nephew. Turns out that the pool was closed, but no one told me. So by the time that I got done with all of my stuff, I went down to the pool to meet them, and they weren't there. So I came back home and got ready for work. Apparently, the night before, when my brother and I were walking home, security was up and about. Apparently, there was a bunch of drunk people in the swimming pool in our complex. It's not like a big deal, but they were drunk, and they tarnished the pool. So maintenance had to go out and clean it the following day. It was down for 2 days, so it's up again, but it sucked. Second thing that happened, I forgot to turn something off again, and it ruined the video, which is why you probably seen it yesterday and then saw that it was re-released today or earlier this morning because of that issue. Now that it's fixed, you guys can enjoy the video, but I only recorded 3 episodes, or at least 3 battles. So today and tomorrow, you guys will get 6 to compensate for the lack of battles then, and then we'll continue on with our 5 battles after that. But we are 47%, and our win rate so far is about, let me bring up a Notion here. We have 40 wins and 55 losses out of 103 games. That's not bad. We're above our record from last season, so that's good, but not by much. So let's continue on our bouts for today. My nose is just running. Jesus. Okay. But before we do, please don't forget to do the YouTube things. We're trying to hit 400 subs by the end of the month, and we are currently at 458. We are getting super close to that goal. So I want to thank you guys for doing the YouTube things, liking the video, subscribing if you guys are new, or if you guys come back to watch the content, or leaving a comment. I do listen and reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind. Podcast was released this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, so there's also that. And without further ado, let's get into our matches. About time. Let's do it. All right, game number 1 is up and ready to go. We've got Amoonguss, Regieleki, Indeedee, Tyranitar, Fluttermane, and Urshifu. We don't know if that's single strike or rapid strike. Right now, it's just Urshifu. Okay, so let's see here. We do have a possible Trick Room setter because we do have Indeedee and Amoonguss, but I think they're just going to be basically used to stop priority moves. So I don't think we have anything to worry about there. Let's see what we need to do then. Okay, we'll walk in with Tornadus, Fluttermane, Garchomp, and Chien-Pao. I think that's we'll walk in first. That seems like our safety net. We could go in extreme with bringing our own Urshifu. He could knock out Tyranitar for sure because he's rock type. Doesn't do anything to Amoonguss. Won't do anything to Regieleki, although I think he can still knock him out with Surging Strikes with the Mystic Water, but we'll see. Probably would not knock out Indeedee. I think Indeedee is a little too strong for that, but it'd probably get a little bit more knockout if I brought in Urshifu and Chien-Pao. That's probably what have been there, but Urshifu is slower than most. So Regieleki and Fluttermane come out first against Tornadus and my Fluttermane. Okay, so what do we need to do here? We need to knock out Regieleki because he's going to be able to knock out Tornadus really fast. Booster energies on both sides of the field activate for Fluttermanes, and speed was heightened. Interesting. First, I'm going to activate Tailwind to get the boost. I think I need to Terra. Well, I could swap to Garchomp, but I don't think that's going to really mean anything. Terra, Moonblast, Regieleki. I think that's the best course of action. They're going to Terra. It's going to be their Fluttermane. It's going to make it Fairy. Yep. There was only like one weird one that was water. And don't get me wrong, that's a good thing. Having abnormal like Terras is great, but is that still going to make it so that you survive? I guess that becomes the question. It's like, will I still survive if I did this? Like for Fairy, I think if I wanted to avoid like Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast, Fire would be it. But if I wanted to just do optimal damage, Fairy is just like, oh, I'm gonna hit you really, really hard. All right, my Flutter Mane activates Moonblast up to the Regieleki, and it does knock him down to Sash. Woo! And drops a special attack. So that's gonna be really, really good. Shadow Ball will go into my Flutter Mane, which isn't gonna knock me out. Gets about half. And here comes Thunderbolt into the Tornadus. It doesn't knock him out. Thank God for that -1 and special attack. We're gonna swap out Tornadus now because I need to be able to keep him out for one more turn. I could still use Bleak Wind, but he's not gonna outspeed that. Well, he will outspeed that Flutter Mane. Actually, we won't swap out Tornadus. We'll do Bleak Wind and hope that it hits. We'll go ahead and... I mean, we could be cheeky, right? Let's imprison. Regieleki will protect, which is totally fine. I'm gonna imprison now. It should stop his Flutter Mane from attacking because I know Shadow Ball is one. Moonblast might be another one. Bleak Wind will not hit Regieleki, but it will hit the Flutter Mane. Or not, because it misses. Wow. And it uses Dazzling Gleam. I should have just attacked. Tornadus goes down, but Flutter Mane will live with 3 HP. But Imprison does stop it from using Shadow Ball and Moonblast if it does have it. It's unlikely that it does, but it will stop it from doing that. Okay. Switch it for the Garchomp now. And yeah, we'll do it. We'll Earthquake. We'll hit the Flutter Mane with Moonblast. It'll attack first, and then Garchomp will finish off the field all the way around. Moonblast up against that Flutter Mane. It's gonna knock it down to very little health. Garchomp now uses Earthquake, which is gonna knock out everyone on the field, which is terrible. I'm sorry, Flutter Mane. I didn't really want to knock you out, but you're at 3 HP, Terra'd, so I can't even switch you out for Qian Pao. But I needed to take out that side of the field and not risk getting hit by Regieleki. And Garchomp lost a little bit of HP due to Life Orb. Not bad for match 1 though. This is kind of going back and forth. Qian Pao will now come out. Entity gets brought out. Now I can't use... Wait, what? Oh, okay, there it is. It's like, wait, what? Psychic Surge is coming out? Nope, there it is. And it is a single strike Urshifu. And Entity has Psychic Seed. Okay, Garchomp, what are you gonna do? We're all on the ground. Wicked Blow is, or Sucker Punch isn't gonna work here. So I'm gonna let that sit on the field for a little bit. And I'm going to, what did I do for? Oh, is that what I clicked? I'm glad I double checked. Okay, Helping Hand. It's gonna help Urshifu. Qian Pao is gonna protect. Earthquake. And here you go. Brings them down to half. Wicked Blow, which is gonna hit Garchomp really, really hard. Rough Skin's gonna do a little bit more damage. And Tailwind is now gone. But I'm okay with that because Sacred Sword's gonna hit Urshifu now. Follow me. Okay. Sacred Sword's gonna knock out Entity. It's gonna save the Urshifu, but I think we got this, guys. Ah, super effective. But guess what? I have Focus Sash. And you now lower your defenses 1 stage. And I attack faster than you, so I'm just gonna ice, nope, Sacred Sword into that slot. Detect. It's a protect move, that's totally fine. He's trying to outlast the thing. But here we go. We'll try again. Sorry, my man, but you don't outspeed me. Go for the double detect and it doesn't work. Sacred Sword. Nice try. You kind of like screwed yourself over by doing that. And I've learned that. I've done that myself a couple of times. All right, and our next match is ready to go. We've got Cresselia, Hisuian Arcanine, Tornadus. Wow, struggling today. Fluttermane, Gastrodon, and Roaring Moon. Okay, I do not believe for a second that this is going to be a Trick Room team. So what kind of a team is it going to be? Probably going to be intimidating a lot, and then hyper offensive with Roaring Moon, Fluttermane, and Arcanine, the person that is going to be hyper offensive. But what does Cresselia do? Most likely it's just going to be Lunar Blessing to heal the party and maybe doing debuffs. Most likely will be the screener. Okay, so because of that, we will set up Tornadus. Actually, we could go something odd, but I don't have it completely. I don't have it set up yet, so I'm not going to do that. The idea is to go Urshifu, Qianpao, but Qianpao would attack first with Ruination, but I don't have it. Dropped in maybe about half and then Surging Strikes into that. But Urshifu is also slower than Qianpao, so it's not going to really do a whole lot. We'll go with Tornadus though. We could go Regieleki. We'll go Fluttermane, Garchomp, and Reggie. No, I think it registered Regieleki. I'm not 100% sure. Oh no, I don't know what my 4 is. Fate, please let me win. I don't know who my 4 is. I had 3 of them selected. I don't know who my 4th is though. Roaring Moon, Tornadus. Tornadus and Garchomp. Let's go. Optimal opening here. Let's see where the next 2 Pokemon are. Urshifu and Regieleki. Oh, I think it just literally went down the line. Neat. Okay. This is gonna be a very interesting battle, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and taunt the Tornadus, and we're going to change to Steel Dragon Claw into the Roaring Moon. Since we have Regieleki in the back and Urshifu, I do not want to use the Terra for either one of those two. Urshifu would be like a really good choice, but I don't know what the rest of the team that he's going to bring, and I don't think anyone's really weak against water. So we're kind of screwed there in terms of selection. But with Taunt going off on their Tornadus, does it have the Mental Herb? It does. Okay, so I'm not going to prevent anything, which is totally fine because it's probably going to use Tailwind, and it does. So Crunch goes next. It's gonna do, ooh, a lot to Garchomp. But here comes the Dragon Claw into the Roaring Moon, which took a little bit of damage because of Rough Skin. So if it had Sash or anything else, it was completely wasted. Okay, so now that they have Tailwind on their side of the field, I have to activate my Tailwind almost immediately. Gastrodon now comes on their side of the field. Now I have to worry about Garchomp. Earth Power is going to be the thing. So Tailwind, and I'm going to protect here. Because he can't hurt Tornadus. Oh, he's faster. He gets a taunt off, which is totally fine. I will lose out on that Tailwind, which stinks. But that's okay. Because by this time, I was going to use Tailwind anyway to start matching the speeds and be faster. I am faster than Gastrodon is anyway, so I'm now just gonna swap Garchomp out. Well, is that the thing? It might not be the thing to swap him out. I have to lower down Tornadus's health, so we're gonna Oh, he's going to use Bleak Wind. Does not knock out the Garchomp. Gets pretty close, though. Bleak Wind will now retaliate on their side of the field. Dragon Claw will knock out the Tornadus all the way through. And Earth Power will now finish off Garchomp. Which, again, I'm totally okay with because that's just how the game is sometimes. Now, here is the crappy thing about this, right? We're now down to... He's down to 2, I'm down to 3. Leftovers is on Gastrodon. My last 2 Pokemon is not a really good fit. At least to the Gastrodon. I can't do anything to any other Pokemon until he leaves the field. And with me being taunted, I can't do anything, period. So I'm going to swap out Tornadus for Regieleki, and I'm going to protect with Urshifu to kind of lower down the damage that I'm going to receive here. I don't know what's going to happen to Regieleki, though. He might survive the next attack. I don't think so, though. Gastrodon wouldn't be attacking into Tornadus unless it's like Ice Beam, which he is going to have. Fluttermane, though, that's going to be another story. And he's going to tear it, and it's going to be that Fluttermane 100%. No, it's Gastrodon. Okay. Make it poison. So, Garchomp would have been great here, but I think fighting also does well. I'm not 100% sure on that. Fluttermane will do the Moonblast right into Regieleki, which is a crit, and it kills it right off the bat. But guess what? I can now come in and use... Oh, Yawn. Nice, nice staller there. Now we're both down to our 2 Pokemon. I am more into the hole than he is, but their Tailwind is gone and mine's coming back. So now my Tailwind gets activated. Close combat. Oh, it doesn't affect poisons. Okay. And he's going to have Storm Drain. There's no reason why he wouldn't have Storm Drain. So I can't do anything to Fluttermane until... Gastrodon leaves the field or Fluttermane faints. Tailwind. And here comes Close Combat. Does about half. It's not too great, but it does about half. Moonblast will go right into Tornadus, which is going to knock him out, which is unfortunate. And maybe Yawn again? Yep. It's going to hit the Urshifu. And Leftovers is going to put him over to the green. Yep. Honestly, this game's over. It just is. I could try. Yeah, it's over, guys. Let's try it. Fluttermane. Surgeon Strikes. Nope. Storm Drain. There it goes. The game's over. I wanted to see. There's no way to rescue it. He doesn't have Sash. But I knew it. I completely knew it. All right, next match is up. We've got Thundurus, Hisuian Arcanine, Iron Bundle, Dragonite, Brute Bonnet, and Fluttermane. Interesting stuff. Now, because he does have Iron Bundle, it's safe to say that Fluttermane is not going to have Booster Energy, but Brute Bonnet's also in the party, so that also stands the same. But that doesn't always mean that they will not have it. It's just safer to be on Iron Bundle or Fluttermane because they're technically the faster Pokemon out of the group of 6 here. So we'll get up with Tornadus, Chien-Pao. Oh, I literally did go in a row. That's interesting. Tornadus, Chien-Pao, Chien-Pao so that we can get rid of Thundurus and that we can deal with other Pokemon that's on that side of the field as well. The Terra will most likely go to Tornadus so that we don't die to Freeze Stride right away if Iron Bundle does come out. Fluttermane, and we will walk in with... Don't want to do Urshifu. Oh, I might have to do Urshifu. Regieleki might help quite a bit. Yeah, we'll walk in with Regieleki. Like, out of the two, between Urshifu, Garchomp, and Regieleki, neither one of them had like a good strong matchup to what I could foresee being on the field. So it's like, it's hit and miss. It's really hit and miss. So they set Brute Bonnet and Fluttermane. All right. Interesting choice there, sirs. Okay. We're going to first go off and set up Tailwind. And we're going to go ahead and... Is it best to do the Terra for Tornadus? Yes, because Fluttermanes also do have Thunderbolt. So we're going to do that. And we're going to Ice Spinner into Brute Bonnet. Yes. So we're using our Terra now. The Pokemon on the back don't really need it. So I'm not going to use it on them. But we're going to change Tornadus to Ghost so that we don't get one-shot by the Thunderbolt that might be coming out. They're also going to Terra. And it's most likely going to be the Fluttermane. No, it's the Brute Bonnet. Okay. Terraning it to Ghost as well. Thinking Sacred Sword would go into that slot. Oh, excuse me. Rage Powder, which is going to absorb all the damage, or at least the focus on itself, which is totally fine. And Ice Spinner is now going to go into that slot, which is no longer going to do 2 times, but it's going to do a lot. And Chien-Pao was hurt by the Rocky Helmet, which busts its sash, and that's when Chien-Pao goes down. Good play. Good play. All right. So now my Fluttermane will... Regieleki. I don't know if this Brute Bonnet has Sacred or Sucker Punch. I'm going to assume that it does. I'm going to use Rain Dance next. And then I'm going to use Electro Web to lower down their speed and do a good amount of damage on both. So there's that. He did not use Sucker Punch. Shadow Ball will now go into Tornadus. Obviously, it's going to knock him out. Totally got outplayed here. Spore will now go into Regieleki. I am for sure believing that it does have Sucker Punch, though. There'd be no reason. Oh, never mind. We got a disconnection, folks. Is it me or is it them? Sounds like it was me. Oh, it was them. That sucks. They had that match. They won that match. I want you guys to know that they won that. That's a cheeky win on my part. That they got that one. All right, next up we've got Fluttermane, Iron Hands, Indeedee, Urshifu, Ursaluna, and Cresselia. Okay, clearly this is a Trick Room team. There's no way ifs or ands about it. So we're gonna get set up for the counter, which is Tornadus, Fluttermane, Chien-Pao, and we're gonna walk in with Garchomp. We're gonna leave Urshifu and Regieleki alone because none of the Pokemon that is currently on the field is gonna be able to really get a benefit. I'm not gonna receive a benefit having Urshifu or Regieleki on my side of the field. Cresselia is gonna be one that I will have to worry about though, but with my Pokemon, I think I'll be able to do it. There's one thing I want to check though. I want to see if Fluttermane gets a Dark attack. I doubt it, But if she does, that'd be dope. Ghost, Ice, Grass, Psychic, no darks. That's fine. Oh, does get a dark. It's fake tears. Oh, interesting. That might be fun to use. Photosynthesis activates on my side of the field. We see Cresselia and Iron Hands come out. I'm going to go ahead and taunt the Cresselia. And actually, I don't really have to taunt. I mean, taunting would stop them immediately, but if it's mental herb, I'm going to activate Tailwind just to get my side of the field good, and then I'm going to imprison. They're going to Terra. Totally fine with that. And it's going to be Iron Hands. And you are Grass. Okay. Neat. Tailwind. Because I want to be faster. No fake out, so that's interesting. But in prison, no trick room is available. Icy Wind will go out. Does very little damage to Fluttermane. A little bit more to Tornadus. Speed drop will hit the Fluttermane though, but does not hit the Tornadus. Interesting stuff there. Damage by recoil. So now I swap out to Chien Pao. Fake out can no longer be used now since they use Wild Charge instead. Interesting. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and taunt the actually, no, we're not. We're not going to taunt at all. We're just going to go ahead and get set up for knocking out the Iron Hands because that's important. They're going to withdraw the Iron Hands, which is a good call because I totally doubled into that slot. Doubled into Ursaluna. That's a terrible idea because I just pretty much knocked him out if Bleak Wind goes through, and it does. Oh. Then I drop your speed. Your ace just kind of got knocked out. I'm sorry, but Trick Room does go off now. So that's kind of like the crappy thing about it. I wanted to taunt, but I didn't. Yeah, anyway. With Fluttermane taken out now, we don't really have a way to counter that, which is very unfortunate. So we're going to taunt that, and we're going to protect here. I don't want to get hit with Wild Charge. Wild Charge is going to hurt a lot. They do have access to Fake Out again, because they did swap out to come back. And are they going to Fake Out now? No. Taunt goes off into Cresselia. I know it's a little bit late, but that's okay. No herb. So I would have saved myself if I would have taunted the first turn. Tornadus avoids Icy Wind, and Drain Punch goes into Chien Pao, which does nothing. So how long do I have for Trick Room? Three more turns, and I have one more turn of Tailwind. Okay. Let's Terra. Yeah, because Garchomp's in the back. Terra, Bleak Wind, and Sucker Punch over there. Withdrew Cresselia. Good call. Good call. You read me there. Your fourth Pokemon is now Urshifu, and it's Single Strike. So this is going to hurt a lot. A lot. Sucker Punch does nothing. I probably should have done to Drain Punch. Goes to Chien Pao, drains it to Sash. And heals up. Okay, oh, they both avoided it. Okay. No animation went through, so that's how I knew that it that it failed. Okay, so Drain Punch hits Chien-Pao, knocks it down to his sash, and it allows Iron Hands to heal up to full. We'll go ahead and use Rain Dance now. And I'm going to Protect again to give Chien-Pao a way to heal itself. Now, Sucker Punch does not go into to Tornadus, but it probably would have not made a whole lot of difference. Drain Punch will go into Chien-Pao, which does nothing because they can't target Tornadus with any attacks. Wicked Blow will now hit Tornadus though, and will knock it out. The auto critting moves are so hard. It's like Meow Scrata, but just not as bad. Okay. What do I do here? It's 3 versus 2. These two are fully healed, and they got Cresselia in the back. We have Trick Room for 1 more turn. So I'll Protect with Garchomp, and I will Sucker Punch. Yeah, why not? We'll Sucker Punch the Iron Hands. Oop. Oh, that's a good amount of damage there. Ice Punch will do nothing. Wicked Blow will knock out Chien-Pao. And the dimensions return to normal. Alright, Garchomp, do your thing. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! You're gonna do Garchomp things. Earthquake doesn't knock out Iron Hands, but it doesn't really do anything to Urshifu either, but that's okay. Wicked Blow right to the face. Boom. Crit. That's a 75 BP move, and it crits. Means it's like 150. Ugh. Ugh. Ouch. Ouch. Next match is up. We've got if I drop my controller, okay. Regieleki, Entity, Slithering, Heatran, Torkoal, and Fluttermane. I'm really confused about this team. I don't know what it is though. Slitherwing, Heatran, Fluttermane, Torkoal, Entity, and Regieleki. So Entities to prevent priority moves, but Torkoal, Heatran, I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. I will have, you know what? Let's start out with this squad. Let's start out with this. We're gonna start out with Urshifu, Chien-Pao. I think that's the best time to use this combo ever. Garchomp in the back to take care of all of those fire types that just need to go away. And then we have Chien-Pao to kind of lend support by dropping everyone's defenses. I think that's the best. Regieleki and Fluttermane, so 2 of the fastest Pokemon in the field against mine. Probably like the worst outcome that I could have picked. Swap to there, and we will Sucker Punch the Fluttermane. So we're swapping to Garchomp so he doesn't take any damage from Regieleki, and we are going to try to one-hit the Fluttermane. They're gonna Terra. It's gonna be the Fluttermane. It could still be Regieleki, but it could be a Fluttermane. It is Fluttermane, and it's Fairy. So it's gonna survive Sucker Punch. It's gonna hit. Takes it down to half. A little more than half. Electro Web does nothing to Garchomp because Garchomp says no. And Chien-Pao avoided the attack, so that's neat. And Dazzling Gleam comes in and does a lot of damage to both. We'll knock out the Garchomp, but does very little damage to we'll drop Chien-Pao to Sash. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey, here comes my Fluttermane now. Photosynthesis activates so that I get more speed. Moonblast, the Regieleki, and Sucker Punch the Fluttermane again. Withdrew Fluttermane, which is a good call. Heatran. Sucker Punch the Heatran does nothing. But here comes Moonblast into that slot. We'll knock it down to its sash. Electro Web knocks out Chien Pao. Drops speed for Fluttermane by 1. Urshifu will not come out. Fluttermane will now attack into Regieleki and Urshifu Terra Water into Heatran. And because they already Terra'd and it was the Fluttermane, they can't do anything to the Heatran. I think I outspeed him though, but he could be Scarfed. If he's Scarfed, he will outspeed me. I don't think I'll outspeed the Regieleki though. We'll see, but I don't think so. Nope, I won't. Does a lot of damage to my side of the field, lowers down the speed for both Pokemon, which is even worse. Moonblast will now go into that slot. Goodbye, Regieleki. And Heatran will now attack. Yes, he does. Flash Cannon into Fluttermane, which is going to knock him out. And now let's see what Urshifu does. Oh! Citrus Berry will activate, bringing him back up to maybe half. Yep. He's in the green. But one attack drove him down really, really far. The other one will finish it off. Woo! So we got 2 of their Pokemon down. I'm left to my last one, and there are 2 Pokemon left. Whew. Slithering, who has first impressions. And Fluttermane. So protect. This will not go through first impressions. Or this will stop first impressions. So I don't get killed off right away. Yep, there it is. And Moonblast right after that. Will Aqua Jet knock out Fluttermane? I mean, it outspeeds me. It's probably 287. Yeah, we'll give it a try. I'm Terra Water with Mystic Water, so... Aqua Jet. Fluttermane. We'll knock it out. Will I survive a Slithering attack, though? Close combat. I will not. Not at that range. That Pokemon's based on attack, so it's very unlikely. Super unlikely. My mistake there was not bringing in Tornadus. I should have brought him in. All right, next match is up. We've got Ursaluna, Urshifu, Heatran, Tornadus, Cresselia, and Hisuian Zoroark. He's got the illusion ability, so that's the only thing he's gonna have, I believe. He might have something different, but I think that's the only one he's got. I will double check that. Keep an eye on the clock. Let's go to Ghost. He is a Ghost type, right? He is. Yep, he only has illusion. We're gonna bring in Tornadus and Chien Pao. Tornadus, Fluttermane, Urshifu, and Garchomp. We'll leave Chien Pao in the back. Him and Regieleki. Again, I don't think I'll have great success. I'll be able to knock out Tornadus, not a problem. It's just stopping Trick Room. And that's a key strat that I see here in this team. So Ursaluna, Cresselia right off the bat. So the strat that I was really afraid of. Booster energy will activate first, so now I get a boost of speed. I'm going to taunt the Cresselia and Shadow Ball Cresselia as well. So let's see. Do you have the Moon Herb? Or Mental Herb? You do not. Shadow Ball doesn't affect... What? Oh, along the fire or the flame orb. Okay. It was burnt. Shadow Claw will go into Fluttermane, which will burn it. Or knock it out. Sorry, not burn. All right. So that's a thing. Yeah, I'll bring out Urshifu next. Cresselia can't use Lunar Blessing, can't really do anything. But why didn't Shadow Ball work against that? That's weird. What? Why? We will Tailwind Terra right into that burnt Ursaluna. We're gonna Terra. And it's gonna be the Ursaluna. Is it water? It's ghost. Why? I mean, any type it would be okay, but why ghost specifically? I mean, you remove your weakness to water, which is, again, totally fine. Water would have been better here because then you wouldn't take as much damage, which means you would survive a little bit more. But ghost makes you neutral. Right? Is that how it works? Okay, Surge and Strikes. Terra Water with Mystic. 1, 2, and 3. And he's down. You now have Cresselia with maybe one attacking move. All I know is that it has Fling. Oh, and Thief. So it steals its Mystic Water. Oh, so you're that type of Cresselia. Gotcha. You're not Cresselia at all. That's why it didn't work. You tricked me. Good call. Good call. All right. Battle is Why'd you cancel it? You tricked me. I was fooled. But the strat was broken, I guess. Oh, no wonder it didn't work. I didn't put the 2 to 2 together till just now. Just then. Huh. All right, our next and final match is up and ready to go. We've got Dodonzo, Tatsugiri, Berserker, Scizor, Qianpao, and Iron Hands. Hey guys, Dodonzo's back. Sushi is back, and I don't have an answer to it still. Haze would be great right now, but nope, I don't have Haze. Okay, so we will bring in Tornadus, Garchomp, Qianpao. I think Regieleki is going to be the one that we bring in for the inevitable showdown against Tatsugiri and Dodonzo. I think that's going to be the play there because I don't really have an answer to them otherwise. And I should. I think next season we will plan out a couple of teams to deal with some outs. So that's what we'll do. Berserker and Scizor, 2 Steel-type Pokemon versus Tornadus and Garchomp. Now, Berserker does have Fake Out, but I don't fear Fake Out because I don't have to worry about it. We're going to Tailwind, Terra, Steel, Earthquake. Play to our outs. Now, Scizor does have Bullet Punch, which isn't going to do a whole lot to Tornadus, and it will not do a whole lot to Garchomp now. And that's who I was really worried about. Now, Berserker could be like, well, slap the Tornadus, no Tailwind for you. That's what I'm going to hope for. They're also going to Terra. And it's going to be Scizor. To be Steel. This is really going to hurt you. But he gets a stab for Bullet Punch, I believe. Helping Hand. You went for the wrong one, my man. Tailwind. And here goes Garchomp. Oh, Bullet Punch. Oh, right. Bullet Punch goes first. Right into the Garchomp, which is going to do a little bit more, but it does not knock him out because, you know, that's how it works. And Badoosh. Earthquake. Doesn't affect Tornadus, but it should knock out both of these Pokemon. It does the Scizor, but leaves Berserker unaffected. Well, let's say 3%. So like 3 or 5 HP. It's very, very low. He survived with 3% of his HP. Barely. He should have faked out. That would have been my play. If I had a fake out user, I would have faked out. In Gen 9, fake out is huge, and it's not really to do anything to the setup Pokemon, it's like to the attacker. So yeah, that's what I would have done. But Helping Hand to Bullet Punch, not bad. Not a bad combo. That's a lot. Plus Terra, like, Steel into that. Oof. Okay, Iron Hands comes onto the field, and he does have Fake Out for 100% sure. We're going to Bleak Wind, and I'm going to Protect with Garchomp. That's just how I'm going to play. I'm going to Protect because Fake Out could knock out Garchomp, and I don't really want to do that. Berserker can't use Fake Out because he used Helping Hand first turn, so there's that. So Iron Hands can either focus on Tornadus and maybe knock him out. No, it's not a maybe. He will. Bleak Wind will attack, takes out the Berserker, doesn't do hardly anything to the Iron Hands. But here comes Wild Charge into the Tornadus, which is gonna knock him out. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I have to be. And he was hit with the recoil. Now, one Berserker. Okay, he doesn't have his combo. That's good to know. He doesn't have his combo. He doesn't have Dodonzo or Tots. I mean, he could have either one or none of them. I like this. I like this, how this turned out. Okay, so what do I do here? We have he can't use Fake Out, so Sucker Punch is the only thing I have to worry about. Sacred Sword into the Qian Pao. And I'm going to Terra Blast. Yeah. Sucker Punch. Garchomp, which is what I thought. Rough Skin's going to pop its Sash. Here comes Sacred Sword, which is going to knock it out now. But I left myself kind of in a rough spot because Iron Hands can now heal up to full with one Drain Punch. Drops me down to Sash, and he goes up to pretty much full. If not full. Yeah, pretty much full. Oh, I still have one Pokemon. Neat. Never mind. I thought I was down to my last Pokemon. Let's go. He's down to his last one. I'm not. We're going to Protect here, and then we're just going to Thunderbolt into Iron Hands, which may or may not do a lot. I mean, he could Drain Punch into Regieleki, but it's not going to be as high as he would like it to be. He does Earthquake instead. Interesting moveset. Didn't realize he had Earthquake. That's interesting. And Tailwind's gone. All right. Yeah, Ice Spinner. I don't think we got this one. I think he's got a little bit too much bulk. Ice Spinner into that slot, and nope. If Regieleki survived one more turn, maybe. I wasn't expecting an Earthquake. But we didn't see Dodonzo or Tatsugiri, so that's cool. We still lost, but we didn't see either one of those. Yay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that's going to be the end of today's video. We are currently at 109 matches. Now, we could tie it up and make it 110. Actually, what's stopping me from doing that? F it, let's do it. We'll make it 110. I gave you guys both your matches today. Boom. What was stopping me from doing it? Me. Wow. Regieleki, Murkrow, Urshifu, Typhlosion, and Baxcalibur. Now, Typhlosion is Hisuian Typhlosion, so he's Fire Ghost. Sneasler, it's got Dire Claw. Dire Claw can do 3 different effects on you, and it does hit for a lot. Now, he is a pretty fast Pokemon as well, so we need to keep that in mind. Tornadus, Garchomp. Actually, we're going to take out the Murkrow first with the booster energy, that thing, yeah. And then Garchomp, and then we'll end the squad up with Chinpao. I think that's like our go-to for anything that we try to do in this this gen, actually. I love this this core. Now, we could change up the core quite a bit because we are officially in Master Ball. We have been for a couple of days now. So it would be really interesting to see what other changes we could make with the team at this point in time. Looks like the match is about ready to go. Let's see. Kind of digging the music. All right, we've got Typhlosion and Murkrow versus Fluttermane and Tornadus. Now, Murkrow is a dark Pokemon. I can't really do anything to him specifically, but what I can do is lower down the ability of Typhlosion's fire attacks. But I'm going to do Tailwind because I know that's what he's going to do first, and I'm going to Moonblast the Murkrow off the face of this planet. So I use Tailwind Murkrow. Taunt. Okay. I'm okay with that. Moonblast turns you off. So we got him out of the equation. Now he can't use Tailwind. He taunted instead, which was kind of like a bad call in my opinion. But Typhlosion will go into the Eruption, which is totally fine. It did a lot of damage. Baxcalibur will come in next, which is shiny. That's dope. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and rain. Oh, I can't because taunt. Fun. All right. Shadow Ball. Well, that. I mean, it hurts Baxcalibur, but I have Ice Shard to worry about. I have Ice Shard to worry about. Shadow Ball into Typhlosion. Ice Shard into the Fluttermane. That's totally fine. It's kind of hard to combat that, but here comes Bleak Wind, which is going to do a little bit of damage to Baxcalibur. It's about a little less than half, but Typhlosion took a little more than half. Eruption on his side of the field does hit my Pokemon quite a bit. And now we come in with our Pokemon, the last two that we have. It seems like Typhlosion is not going to do anything more but spam eruptions, which he's really strong and can do that, but it's a kind of a terrible idea to do so. We're gonna Terra, I think. Yeah, Terra Steel, because I need to be able to do a lot of damage to that side of the field but not take so much, and I'm gonna protect here. He withdrew Typhlosion, which is totally fine. Who's your fourth? Urshifu. This is single strike. Okay. I still have Tailwind on my side of the field, so we're going to deal with that. Let's see. Chien-Pao protects himself. Max Caliber will use Ice Shard. Totally fine. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage. Earthquake, which is going to do a lot of damage to that side of the field. Hopefully knock out Max Caliber. And it doesn't, just barely holds on. Okay. So we'll Dragon Claw the Urshifu and we'll Sucker Punch the Max Caliber. Max Caliber goes down because Sucker Punch says so. Dragon Claw will come up next. You didn't use your own Sucker Punch? Why not, Urshifu? Why not, man? Like, bro. And my Tailwind's gone. In comes Typhlosion. Dope looking Pokemon. Love Typhlosion. Dragon Claw, and we're just gonna go ahead and just Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch goes off, knocks out Typhlosion. And we did it, folks! We are caught up with our matches. That's dope. I wasn't expecting to do them all, but I lost count, so there's that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that'll be the end of today's video. I know that I was trying to end it earlier and realized that I was just one match away from getting it evened out with what I would have had today if I recorded full matches yesterday, so I decided to do it. So tomorrow's match will only have 5 fights, so that's dope, and that's really, really cool. We're at 110 matches so far, currently sitting at 18,986. Now, we would have been further down the ladder, but I made some terrible choices and got outplayed a lot. So hopefully in the upcoming matches that we have, we make better plays to win certain goals. But the end of the month is almost here. It's currently the 27th of July. We only have 5 more days. Just 5. So help me reach the goal of 400 subs by the end of the month by hitting the subscribe button, and help out the channel quite a bit by using the like button. I mean, like it if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment down below. It does help out with the algorithm and everything like that. And you guys can hit the notification bell if you want. My Uncle Mike says it helps out quite a bit. So if you want to prove him right, hit that bell too and put the notifications to all. That's it, guys. That's all I've got. I'm going to go ahead and stop so that we can render this out and you guys will be able to see it later on today. But I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. The week is almost over. Tomorrow we'll have another 5 fights and that's it. Like, July's almost over already. We're almost into August and I'm hoping that things will be good. I'm hoping. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, have a great day and I'll see you then. Bye.